Good evening and welcome to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. I'm your host, Jamie O'Hara, and I'm joined by Jason Cundy.
Has anyone seen a club from Milan? Can't believe they both lost.
Is that it? Is that it? That's awful.
Away goals, mate. It's
Awful
all over.
from you.
It's all
Awful
over.
from you.
It's all over.
All right, Inter Milan blow AC Milan away in the first 10 minutes, being full control of the tie. Edin Dzeko, he opened the score in the tender age of 37. Is he one of the most underrated footballers in world football? He is older than me.
Imagine that was O'Hara scoring there.
So give us a call on that. Who's your most underrated footballer? 03 717 22 33 Right, we talk about the Milan derby. Great game. What a game.
Do you know what? It's unbelievable that I don't know how.
That's what I was looking for last night.
Yeah, but
classic.
Yeah, but it was a classic, but you know, Milan. I don't know how Milan are going to get back into it. Away goals. How are you going to go back to the San Siro?
What Milan are you talking about?
Milan. So the game's over, right?
Yeah.
You think, right? No way goals. They can't go back there. They can't go to the San.
What are you going on about?
The atmosphere of the San
Siro.
Siro.
Stadium, Jace.
San Siro. Milan can't. They're not going to be able to cope, mate. They're not going to be able to cope with their San. That atmosphere that's going on there.
What are you going on about?
Well, they're not used to that. They're not used to that. Think of the travelling they've got to do. The hours. They're not. It's over. The game's over. Away goals. 2 away goals. Jay, how are you going to get over that? They've got to go to the San Siro. It's a beast of a stadium. They're not used to that kind of atmosphere.
It's just on a wind up, you know. Like,
Jay,
I knew you was going to do this, but I didn't think you'd be this stupid about it.
What are you talking about?
Well, Jace.
Jay, away goals. You can't odds for that, mate. That's what City missed out on yesterday. They got the away goal, but they're going to San Siro, mate.
What about Dzeko? Can we talk about Dzeko? You'd have him at Chelsea. He's 37.
I'd have you at Chelsea. Have you in Enzo in the middle of the park. Spraying balls everywhere.
I'll tell you what. I'd knock some balls about.
Yeah,
I reckon I could still. Give me 6 weeks pre-season. I lose a couple of stone. I'll tell you what. I'd still do a bit.
Couple?
I need a couple.
Couple of what?
Couple of stone.
Couple of bellies. I lose a couple of bellies.
I've got a tyre hanging around here, all right? You know.
Mate.
In terms of underrated players, Edin Dzeko.
Edin Dzeko is one of the most underrated players, centre forwards in. So Manchester City fans will recall, of course, that day back in 2012 when Aguero gets the headlines, but actually it was Edin Dzeko that started the ball roll. He got the. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at a tweet just coming, a message.
What?
Away goals don't count, you moron.
It's amazing, isn't it? Isn't that amazing? I'm talking about 2 teams from Milan that play in the same stadium. I'm talking about away goals. If your number is 7075 and you called me the moron, it's unbelievable.
Well, he is right. I mean, but people don't know you're joking. You know, people think that you get paid
away
for this.
Goals don't count, you moron. I didn't expect to get one that early. and that's from Adrian Durham. No, it's not.
Right, Dzeko, would you have him at Chelsea? Question.
No, of course I wouldn't have him at Chelsea.
Why wouldn't you?
Because, look.
Your strikers can't hit a barn door.
When Kane leaves, would you have him?
Yes. Yeah, I would.
He's 38!
So?
What do you mean so?
He's still doing bits. He
doing
still
bits?
looks brilliant.
Yeah, he is doing bits.
He looks fit, strong.
Do you know what? We should not have let Giroud go. That was our mistake, mate. Letting Giroud go. We should not have let Giroud go.
He's underrated. He's underrated.
Giroud is top.
Who's the most underrated player you've ever seen?
Underrated player I've ever seen. Are we talking centre forwards here?
Anyone. Oh, God. Most underrated player you've ever seen. Am I putting you on the spot? Do you need a minute? I mean,
you've thrown me under.
I'm throwing you under the bus.
Ask me the most overrated one.
Who's the most overrated player you've ever seen? Oh, come on.
I know. We've done that last time.
We've done that last time. Underrated. Underrated player you've ever seen.
Oh, what a great question. No, I don't. See, my producer said Carrick. I didn't think Carrick was as good as Durham thought he was. I didn't think that was the case. Most underrated player.
Right, while you figure that out in that small head of yours.
Jamie O'Hara.
I was underrated. Let's go to Luke, who's a Chelsea fan. All right, Luke.
Luke Zaid?
Yeah, not too bad, all right?
Yeah, good, Luke. Go on, what do you want to talk about?
Well, firstly, when you're going on, I know, Jason, you're going to hate me saying it, but underrated players, Moussa Dembele at Tottenham was just never seen. Yeah. And never seen.
I thought he was overrated.
No.
Okay,
No
so
way.
here's the
Dembele
thing.
was underrated.
Here's the thing. Okay,
top drawer.
do you know what? A lot of people say this, right? Here's the thing about him. On the ball, he reminds me. I tell you what, he reminds me of Kovacic. Right?
He's better than Kovacic.
No, he reminds me of. I'll tell you why. Catches the eye on the. How many assists? What did he do in the final third?
Oh, jeez.
No, tell me. I don't remember.
Played centre mid. He was almost a holding midfielder. He used to get the ball off the back four.
He dictated it all. He dictated it all.
I played against him.
No.
He was.
I don't care. I watched him.
He was lion in midfield.
Do you know what? He caught the ice in so many ways. But so there are three things a footballer has to do to be at the very high level, right?
Go on.
Either you score goals, you set goals up, or you stop them. What did he do?
He done all of them. I disagree with that.
No.
I disagree with that.
If you don't do one of those three things...
Right, well, Luka Modric, what's he do?
Set goals up.
No, he doesn't.
He's number 10.
He's not number 10. He's a centre midfield player.
He's an assist. He assists.
He doesn't assist.
He is.
He dictates the tempo of a game, Jason.
So they're the three things for me. If you don't tick one of those boxes...
Right.
If you tick two of them, you're crazy. If you tick all three, you're the
Rice.
Dom. Well, he does. He's a box-to-box midfielder. He stops goals. He's a box-to-box.
He stops goals? What are you talking about? He's not centre-half.
See, Declan Rice's potential has not yet been realised.
Right, you're annoying me already.
No, listen. So, stop goals, score goals, or set them up. If you don't do one of those things, you are a little bit of a waste of space.
Luke, help me out here, Luke.
That's true.
No. Do you know what? No, it's... He just, I don't know. He's the last midfielder I've seen in the Premier League that could dictate a game like Paul Scholes. That's what he reminded me of. And it pains me to say it. It does pain me to say it. But, going back to the game today, I knew because I went to San Siro when we played them back in October. And those fans, by the way, are just, I think they put English fans to shame. They were 2-0 down. And the AC Milan fans were just absolutely insane. Throughout the whole thing, you just heard them before the game, during the game, after. Apparently, they were in the ground 2 hours before. Yeah. And it was just absolute carnage. But going back to Dzeko as well and Giroud. Yeah, if you asked me before that game, said who the most underrated, I would have always said Giroud. But Dzeko, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Same bracket.
He is underrated.
Yeah,
same bracket.
100%.
I agree with that.
Luke, I really appreciate you phoning in, mate. Chelsea could do with an Edin Dzeko up front.
A young Edin Dzeko, not now, mate. We can't be going back. We can't be going back to 30. We got Thiago Silva.
Is Lukaku underrated?
It depends what season he is, isn't it? It's like Lukaku is. He's an enigma, mate. I mean, it's depends how fit he is. Who's his manager? What the demands are? He feels like he needs someone to be on him the whole time to get something out of him. Antonio Conte, when he was at Inter, right?
Yeah.
That season, that was where
brilliant.
He looked. Now you look at him, his body shape has changed. He looks heavier. He looks lethargic. He's one of those guys that needs to be on top. I think on top of it and fit. Fitness is a huge part. Certain players need to be fit the whole time to keep playing and to keep their body weight and to keep themselves fit. Come back out of an injury is hard sometimes for some players. What are you laughing at?
I'm just laughing at you waffling about.
I was never fit though, was I?
Yeah, you're just going on. What are the three things that you need to be?
Score goals, stop goals, or set goals up.
It's absolutely nonsense.
Either involved in those three things, what do you do on the pitch?
I've had a message here from Craig. He says Sylvain Wiltord was so underrated at Arsenal, scored vital goals too. Sylvain Wiltord?
He was the one that was the one.
What do you mean he was the one? Like you don't know who he is?
No. Who jumped over his head? Someone piggybacked him. They ran over, jumped over. It was Kanu. That was amazing. That was the goal. And the left foot went on the left-hand side, slotted it in. That was where he done the. Do you remember that? You used to play that at school, piggyback.
No,
piggyback.
What are you going on about? I didn't go to school in 1975, Jace.
I did. You ever done a little
piggyback?
No, you go over the top of them, make a back and go.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, well, that was it. Well, that was what he done.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.